This is a summary of our Bible study for Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 through 13. And I will start by reading the passage, and I will be reading out of the Passion Translation. At that time, my coming draws near. Heaven's kingdom realm can be compared to 10 maidens who took their oil lamps and went outside to meet the bridegroom and his bride. 5 of them were foolish and ill-prepared, for they took no extra oil for their lamps. 5 of them were wise and sensible, for they took flasks of olive oil with their lamps. When the bridegroom did not come when they expected, they all grew drowsy and fell asleep. Then suddenly, in the middle of the night, they were awakened by the shout, "Get up, the bridegroom is here. Come out and have an encounter with him." So all of the girls got up and trimmed their lamps. But the foolish ones were out of oil, and so they said to the 5 wise ones, "Share your oil with us, because our lamps are going out." "We can't," they replied. "We don't have enough oil for all of us. You will have to go out and buy some for yourselves." When the 5 girls were out buying oil, the bridegroom appeared, and those who were ready and waiting were escorted inside with him and the wedding party to enjoy the feast, and then the door was locked. Later the 5 foolish girls came running up to the door and pleaded, "Lord, Lord, let us come in." But he called back, "Go away, do I even know you? I can assure you, I don't even know you." And that is the reason that you should always stay awake and be alert, because you don't know the day or the hour when the bridegroom will appear. So we talked about that there is one interpretation but many applications for Scripture, including this story, and that there were several things that God was saying to us through the Scripture. But a couple things that had stood out was that no one was chided for being tired. So the bridesmaids that were called wise and foolish were called that because of how prepared they were to show extended honor to the bridegroom. But nobody was called foolish because they were tired. They all ended up being tired, and they all ended up falling asleep. And another thing that had stood out to us and that we had discussed at some point during the Bible study was that there were boundaries that were set. And the wise bridesmaids said, "We will not share our oil," because they knew that if they would, that they would not be able to honor the bridegroom in the way that they had been personally prepared to. So that was just an encouragement and a challenge to us as well. If you have any thoughts or questions, I would love to hear about them and hope to see you next Tuesday for Women's Bible Study. Thanks.